Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the new video. In today's video, I want to talk about selling pickaxes in the day trading gold rush. Now, what does this mean? In today's video specifically, we'll be talking about prop firms. How does the business model really work? Are these live funds? Are these demo accounts? How do prop firms make their money? And how do the traders using the prop firms make their money? So my first point I want to make kind of as a basis for this whole video is there is no way these retail prop firms that you see popping up on Twitter, FTMO, My Forex Funds, etc. use live funds. Even though their accounts may say live funds, I know some even just say demo, they're truthful about it. But even if they do say live funds, there is no way these are live funds. Just imagine the amount of capital needed to provide theoretically an unlimited amount of people with these funded accounts with hundreds of thousands of dollars in money. That's just not possible. And imagine the risk a company has to take. Say a trader passes their evaluation and they give them, say, $200,000 in real money, but they can still have a drawdown of 5 or 10%, whatever it may be with the firm. They just lose that and that money's just poof, gone. And as we'll go into later, we know the stats are against the trader and they're with the firm. So it literally does not make any business or logical sense to use live funds. If they were, they need an insane amount of capital and their risk calculations would need to be crazy. And they need to have like a capped amount of traders, because unless you have unlimited capital and can just provide it out to anybody, why would they just have all these open evaluation spots with no cap on the amount of people that can get funded? There are just so many reasons it doesn't make sense. So forget the idea of getting live money in any of these prop firms. These are all demo. It does not make sense for the business to use live funds. The whole business model of the prop firm, if they are not live money accounts, is they are not making money off their successful traders. Their successful traders are costing them money. They're not making that. Say if a trader has a 90% split, the prop firm isn't making money on that 10% split. If it's all demo money, it's all a loss to them that they have to pay out. That's what's almost so backwards in a way about this prop firm model is successful, consistently profitable traders that these firms claim to want. They are the ones actually losing the firm money. But then these traders are also the ones the firms use to advertise. Hey, look at the success you can make with our firm. And they get these retail traders kind of sucked in and they sell them on this idea that they can make success. And it's true in a way, but we'll see from the numbers here, it is so statistically unlikely that the prop firms can run a profitable business just off the traders' evaluations by selling this dream that they'll be able to make money when very few people actually do. So now let's understand the statistics behind the business model of a demo prop firm like this and why this is such a lucrative business model and how they're able to reel in so much money from retail traders. The Prop Journalist on YouTube, great channel. I will link the video down below that will be going over here. But he put out a video giving a visualization of My Forex Funds trader stats from the month of February 2023. It came out in their blog on March 9th of 2023. They break down the stats of their evaluation challenges and who is getting live funding. And it is crazy, let me just say that. And here's what he had to say about My Forex Funds prop firm stats.
The pass rate for Phase 1 is 19%, which is lower than the 31% Phase 1 pass rates last year. For those who pass Phase 1, the pass rate for Phase 2 is 42%, compared to 45% last year. Therefore, the pass rate for the whole evaluation, meaning the percentage of people who buy an evaluation that get funded, is 8%. This means for every 12.5 evaluations, only one person reaches a funded account.
So here we are after the first two stages. Actually, once this trader is funded and they've gone through it, that is only 8% of people that pass both phases, which is crazy. And even still at this point, the prop firm, they're in the green because the trader has yet to get any money as a payout and they've already paid their evaluation fee. So they're still in the green. 8%, that's a crazy small number.
But getting funded is only the first step. My Forex Funds didn't release the percentage of funded accounts that get payouts this year, but last year it was a shocking average of just 3.5%. This means for every 28.5 people that get funded, only one earns a profit split, the rest blow the account before doing so. This means overall, just 0.28% of the people who start an evaluation end up earning a profit split and getting their evaluation fee back.
And now, after our very small 8% of people who actually get funded, 3.5% of those, this is stats from last year, actually make the profit split payout. That is crazy small number. just 0.28% of all people who started a challenge earn a profit split. This sounds like some pretty good house odds to me, and reminds me of a very similar concept that we've seen in some other places.
This is just 1 in 362, 2.8 in 1,000, and 28 in 10,000. With this profit split rate for 100k evaluations, just one profit split is achieved for every $180,638 spent. So, while My Forex Funds pays out huge amounts, it is extremely hard to reach one.
That stat there is insane if you haven't realized how good of a business model this is. One payout, doesn't even say the amount, for every $180,638 spent on challenges. That means if the average profit split is less than $180,000 there, the prop firm is making money. Because I imagine very, very few traders who actually make it past all the stages, don't blow their accounts, get funded, are making that much on their profit split. Those are incredibly good house odds. So now taking the stat that if My Forex Funds paid out $14 million in February and they are still a running profitable business, thinking about those stats there for the very minuscule odds of actually getting a payout after starting an evaluation, you can only imagine how much money they're making. Now let's talk more about starting up a business of prop firms. And the reason we've seen them become so popular is because there are a lot of white label services that these brokers provide for influencers or for different business people that want to start up this venture for themselves. 8cap, I know on their website, they promote being a white label broker for these prop firms, and you're able to make a prop firm for yourself fairly easily, I've heard, and just use another broker's services. Of course, you'll make out some deal with them where they probably get part of the profit or you pay some sort of fee, but it's super easy. So I'm saying you don't need capital, you don't need anything super advanced. That's why we've seen such a huge influx in prop firms recently, because everyone wants a little piece of this pie because those odds are just so great. For this next little bit, I want to talk about Paladin and Omar. Their prop firm they just announced called Smart Funded Trader. Before we start, I don't want to say this as a diss towards any of them. I believe they're both successful, consistent traders. They've proved that time and time again with verified payouts from these prop firms. So I'm not dissing or hating on them in that way. I also believe from the consumer perspective, if you're paying for the challenges, this would be a great firm to go with because, as they've said themselves, they're putting their name on the line. This isn't some random prop firm where the CEO isn't known, the CEO won't show their face, there's just no information. These are two very public people who have personal brands tied to trading that could be greatly harmed if they are not paying out traders and if they run some scam prop firm. So I think as a consumer, this is honestly a good firm to check out. And also for this firm, they're doing no time limits as well because they believe that's what's best for the trader, which is interesting. And now these two guys, you can kind of see the evolution of their careers here. They started out just trading, making their money from their prop firms, and that's great. They've made hundreds of thousands of dollars together combined in prop firm payouts. I'm not saying that's not a legit way to make money, even though it's unlikely as we've seen. But then what they've done is they've taken this proof of concept here and they've added the next layer of becoming an influencer and selling this as a service and selling the dream in a way. They've each got their own courses and paid Discord together, and they've started to become influencers in a way, gaining followers by sharing information and sharing how they've made money. They've gained money from actually trading, and then their next step was generating a likeness and getting known in the industry, building names for themselves, getting money through courses and Discords. Now, once they've established those two areas and they can kind of sell this dream in a way, their third step here is becoming the seller of the pickaxes in this prop firm. If they do it right, if they can make payouts and continually grow this up with the other firms as FTMO, My Forex Funds, the Funded Trader, whatever, if they can get up there and they can become a competitor, I would put money down that they will make exponentially more money than they make trading with little risk in a way. It's not going to be like all of a sudden these traders figure out the secret key to the markets and they're making so much money and they're just extracting it from these prop firms. No, they know human psychology is on their side. They know people are greedy and are going to blow accounts. They know from these stats proven in this business model that 0.28% of traders actually make money from the prop firm, and those are some great odds to have on their side. Now, in Paladin's recent podcast, he talked about how they have financial backing, they've met with investors, but as I covered at the start of this video, I just don't see a possible world where you can raise millions of dollars in capital and put up that much risk with traders when the odds are so against them making money to risk your own live capital when demo funds work just as well. So I don't think that financial backing is there. It's most likely just for some operation stuff and just initial startup capital to pay staff for marketing and etc. to build up a bit of their team and have them on salaries. And they say they're targeting the consistently profitable trader, but as we've gone over, this just doesn't make sense for the prop firm. This is the ones losing the money if they're gonna have to keep sending payouts to these traders. And that's what I find so hard and tricky, is these consistently profitable traders, they're a marketing tool for the prop firms to attract the people that aren't at that level yet and are more gambling in a sense without a consistent setup and without a track record, and are just buying these challenges hoping that one day they will get lucky and they'll be able to make that big payout and make that dream come true, that dream lifestyle of the Lambos, of buying the cars, of the traveling and all of that. So when they say they're targeting consistently profitable traders, I just don't believe it. Are they going to make you upload your broker statements to make you prove you're a consistently profitable trader? I highly doubt it. And because they don't care, they want a wide variety of people, because the more numbers in there, the more random people, the better their odds are. They're not going to make you upload stats, and there also isn't going to be a capped amount of spots. They say, oh, we only have 10 million in capital to give out to these traders to actually trade with, real capital. So they're going to cap their spots where they actually do work with a trader and they genuinely do want traders to make a profit, because that is the firm's money on the line as well. I doubt that's going to happen either. If there's no cap spots, you can't tell me you're trading with live funds. It's hard because there's a big conflict of interest there between how these prop firms actually do make money and how they lose money with profitable traders that they claim they want. Even though there's no time limit in the firm's challenge, both Omar and Paladin in the podcast there acknowledge that on Twitter it's being spread around that there's no real statistical difference between people with a 30-day time limit, for example, just throwing a number out there, and no time limit. There's no difference in the amount of people who pass and are making money. That just goes to prove like the human emotions and greed. Doesn't matter if you got 30 days or unlimited, it's really just a slower road to the bottom as the average stats go. Again, just to clarify, I don't believe this is a scam. I believe if you're a trader with a consistently profitable system, that this smart funded trader prop firm may actually be the best bet for you. But I also want to reveal the truth for the people who believe these firms have your best interest in mind. The truth is that they most likely don't. And I just want everyone to understand how the business model works and what they're getting themselves into when they're paying for these challenges. Maybe just be a bit smarter in that sense. Again, no hate to Paladin or Omar. I believe they're both legit. This prop firm will be legit, and I wish them the best, and also their traders the best success as well. That'll be it for the video. Please share your thoughts below. I would love to hear them, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Hey, maybe I'll try out this prop firm, donate them some money, test out a challenge, and we'll see how it is if you guys would like a review once it comes out in early June, I believe. But that'll be it, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.